Another month is officially over and this year seems to already be flying by. Can you guys even believe it's already March? Holy Toledo, right? But I'm super excited about March. I feel like I'm super excited about every month, but I'm finally over that first hump of my first trimester of my pregnancy, and I'm like, thank God March is gonna be so much better, right? And my sister's coming in March to visit, and I'm just like really excited for March. So anyways, enough about March. Let's talk about February, right? So I do have some products that I loved in the month of February, and I actually have two products that I did not like at all. I tried to love them, I gave them a fair shot, and I just ended up really not liking them. So I thought I would talk about them in this video. Ooh, my nose is super duper itchy. Ah. On another note, I tried a new foundation today. You guys may see that. No, I think this video is gonna go up first. I don't know which one's gonna go up first, but I filmed it. I used this Clarins natural hydrating foundation, and I actually really love it. I keep looking at my face in the viewfinder, looking at my face in the mirror in front of me, and it looks so good and so just fresh. My skin has been incredibly dry this month. That is one thing. The month of February, my skin was so stinking dry to the point where I had a very flaky scalp, really flaky dry skin. My hands have been dry, just everything has been incredibly dry. I've had to use thick body butter, oils, all that. And so basically any foundation I've put on my face has looked horrible because it's just clinging to my dry spots. Powder foundations look bad, regular foundations look bad. And so I finally feel like I found one where my skin looks normal again. It looks really good, and it's not super full coverage, but it's, you know, covering. I don't know. So I can't be a favorite yet because I literally just tried it today, but stay tuned because it will probably be a favorite next month. But anyways, the products that I actually used this month and really liked. So let's talk about some skincare first on the topic of dry skin. So the first thing is by Clarins. This was gifted to me by Clarins for testing purposes, and I have to say I love it, you guys. It's their Hydra-Essentiel moisturize. The names are so long. Why can't we just have simple names? Hydra-Essentiel Bio Serum Intensive Moisture Cleansing by Phase Serum. If that isn't the longest name ever, can we just stop? So basically it's their new moisturizing serum. They have 4 different serums that they're kind of promoting right now. This is the hydrating one. So I was using my Peter Thomas Roth Cloud Serum, and I loved that a lot, but I ran out of it. And so when I got the opportunity to test this out, I was like, well, I hope it's very similar. And I actually think I like this more because the Peter Thomas Roth one has a slippery texture to it. So when you put it on your face, it leaves almost a slippery feeling. This one feels like water. You put it on your face and it just sinks in instantly, and you don't have to wait for it to dry or anything like that. It's really nice, and I've been shaking it up because there's definitely multiple layers of things in there, so you have to shake it up. And it looks really liquidy, and that's because it is, but it works really well. I've even actually been mixing it in with foundations to try to add some hydration back into my skin. And so far, I think this mixed with, surprisingly, another Clarins product together, my skin has just been looking really good. But I think this has a lot to do with it. So morning and night I've been using this, and I've really been liking it. Another product I've been using to combat my dry skin is this Kopari Save Face Oil. I got this during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and I kind of was like, why did I buy that? I have no purpose for that. What am I going to use it for? And it just sat in my medicine cabinet for the longest time. And then as my skin started to get drier, I was like, oh my God, I need an oil. I need a facial oil. So I pulled this out and I've been using it, and I really like it. So first of all, it smells like cake batter. It smells so good, you guys. It smells like cake batter frosting or funfetti frosting. It smells really good. So when you put it on your face, you're like, it has that vanilla yummy scent to it. But yeah, I've just been using that much. I don't know if you guys can see, just a couple of drops, and I will put it specifically on the spots of my face that are dry. So I've been focusing a lot on my forehead, kind of around the sides of my face and my cheeks. Those have been the driest, and I also will kind of drag it into my scalp a little bit and put it like wherever my scalp is really dry, but then it makes my hair oily, so it's kind of like meh. But yeah, it works really well, and it isn't causing my skin to break out, which is what I was a little bit worried about, because I was like, oh no, an oil, like is my skin gonna break out? And it hasn't. It's been working really well. So I think these two things together have kind of like saved my poor dry skin. Okay, let's talk about two products that are not new to me, but okay, so I've talked about this highlighter. I feel like it keeps coming up in my favorites videos. Like, I'll put it away to try out new highlighters, and then I like pull it back out because it is that good, you guys. I want to even label this Holy Grail status. Like, this is now just a Holy Grail product because it is that good. It's the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Powder in the color Iridescent Strobe Light. This is the best highlighter I think I own. If I could have one highlighter from my collection for the rest of my life, it would be this highlighter right here because it is so good, you guys. I'm not wearing it today because I was trying out a new highlighter today, but I can put it on top of what I'm wearing today just to show you guys. So it doesn't look like anything special. You open it up and you're like, that doesn't even look like a highlighter. Like, it doesn't even look like anything. But it has the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders like woven in there. So if you're a fan of the Hourglass powders, you're already gonna love this. And then you put it on your face and it just gives you this like beautiful, like lit from within, like natural looking glow. And what I like about that is I've kind of, like, look at how it just like took everything up a level, you know? I've kind of been swaying away from blinding intense highlighters for a couple of different reasons. I think mostly they're just not realistic for me to wear every day. I'm not gonna walk into my office wearing glitter, highlight, pow, like blinginess on my face. Like, it's just not realistic. It looks out of place. And I feel like unless I have a full face with lashes and all of that, it just looks very strange to have like crazy highlight on. That's not to say I'm gonna get rid of all my crazy highlighters, because I do occasionally love a bling, right? But I think more realistically for me, highlighters like this are what works for me. So yeah, this is beautiful, and I have a feeling if you have super dark skin, then you might need to get a different color of the ambient strobe light, but I know they have it in different colors. But this works well for me. I just feel like it gives me like a beautiful lit from within, like a glowiness, and I can kind of fake the pregnancy glow that I haven't gotten yet. You know what I mean? Because it's just so pretty and it's so wearable and it's so perfect. Oh, and you can't overdo it, and I just love it. It's Holy Grail status now, you guys. It is Holy Grail status. I'm labeling it. I'm calling it. The next rediscovered product. Now, I actually think I hauled this and then I never talked about it again with you guys. I did talk about it in my Shop My Stash video, so you may have seen it recently. But this is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. So I bought this because I was really intrigued by, whoop, the little plastic thing fell out. I was really intrigued mostly by this color right here. So it's at the bottom, it's called Sweetheart. It's this beautiful matte kind of like mauvey pink. It's like a pink brown. And I feel like, oddly enough, that color is incredibly difficult to find in eyeshadow palettes, like a matte brown with a pink undertone. So I bought it because I was really intrigued by that. And turns out this palette is actually really, really good. So I feel like Tarte eyeshadows are super hit or super miss. And I feel like, sadly, most of the ones I've tried are very, very miss. But this one and the Maneater palette are so good. I think there's something about the formula of these. Like, that matte was so creamy. Did you see how that swatched on my hand? And the shimmers are equally as just like, I mean, look at that. So, so smooth. So, so pigmented. Like, they're not patchy. They blend really well. Let me get another one. Oh my God, they're so smooth. They just feel so good when you swatch them in the pan. And I just have really, really been impressed by it. Another thing that I really like about this palette is I feel like it's kind of a really good all-in-one palette. Now, I would like maybe like one more shimmer if I could have my pick, because there's only 2 shimmers in the palette. But you have a row of cool tones, a row of warm tones and then a row of like your pinky tones. You don't have many neutrals. I mean, this one could kind of pass as a neutral, but anyways, I feel like it's a good neutral all-in-one palette. Like this is one of those palettes where you could probably get by with just this and like you wouldn't need much more, you know, if you're looking for like a starter palette or something like that. The case is really nice. It's not too big. You can travel with it, and it has a really nice big mirror in it too. So really been loving that. 2 more hits, and then I have 2 of my misses for the month. So this one is a product that was sent to me recently also by Almay. So this is their Goddess Gloss. It's a lip gloss, and I have been on a lip gloss kick. You guys know that. I talked about lip gloss in my January favorites. It's just been my thing lately. I've just been really loving lip gloss. I feel like maybe that's because my lips have been so dry that I'm just veering away from like this solid matte heavy colors. It's just too much for my lips right now. So yeah, this lip gloss has been amazing. This one is in the color, do they have colors on them? Oh, Angelic is the color, and it's so pretty. This is like the most, I mean, you're not gonna be able to see much because you can't, it's just so light. But what I like about it is it seems to have like micro crystals in it, and I've been popping it just like right on the center of my lips to add like a little bit of like poutiness. You see how it's just like putting a gloss like right in the middle of your lips just adds like a little bit of like oomph. Like, I don't know. See how it like makes my lips look like, I don't know. I think it really does a little something special to my lips. So yeah, that's what I've been using this one for, but because it's so sheer, I feel like you can wear it all over your lips and it's not gonna be crazy either. I know colors like this can be a little bit like, ooh, early 90s, like kind of like that scary frosty pink color, but yeah, this one doesn't give me that. So loving that. I'd love to try out more colors. I definitely might head to like my local drugstore and find some to test out. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair. This piece right here is like fallen flat, and I'm just not sure what to do with it at the moment. Okay, last love of the month is the Charlotte Tilbury Volume 2 mascara in the color black. I don't know if it comes in other colors. It might though. So this is something that when I first tried it, I was like, so there's a ton of hype around it, right? Like tons of beauty gurus love it. Jam Beauty loves it. Wayne Goss loves it. So I was like, okay, let me test it out. And when I first put it on, it was really messy. Like I noticed it was really liquidy, and it was kind of like flinging around, and I'd get like little speckles like all over the place, and then I'd have to get a Q-tip and try to wipe it off. And it was just really super messy. But after about 2 or 3 weeks of letting it kind of dry out, it's perfect, you guys. So now that it's at that perfect like consistency, I've been stinking loving it. So here's what the wand looks like. It's nothing super special. It has a slight hourglass shape to it, but nothing that's super noticeable. But what I love about it is it gives my lashes so much volume to the point where I feel like I don't even need to wear falsies with it. Like my lashes feel so great, you know? And because it is that black color, like a dark black, I just feel like it lengthens my lashes. It really coats my lashes, and I just love it so much. It is a little difficult to get off. I don't think it's waterproof. I think maybe there is a waterproof formula, but this one isn't. So I have to use an oil and really rub it to get it off, and then sometimes the next morning I still have like a little bit and I have to like, whew, you know, get it off. But yeah, I really like it a lot. It's been a really good mascara. And now will I repurchase it? Oof, it was real expensive. So we'll have to see, but so far it is a win for me. Okay, so the 2 products that I tried to love and I just don't love. The first one is this Burt's Bees eyeliner. So it's their Nourishing Eyeliner in the color Soft Black. This eyeliner is so rough and tough. You have to push so hard to get it to do anything. Like, I mean, swatching it, it's like looking a little bit better now. But like, you don't want to be like pushing on your eyes and like fing, fing, fing. You know, you're going to give yourself wrinkles. And with this, I found, so when I put my eyeliner on, I don't tug on my eyes. I just like kind of go like this and like, you know, my waterline. I kept poking my eyeball with it because it was so tough to work with, which then of course hurt my eyes, and then my eyes would start watering, and then everything would start melting. And I would try to like warm it up by putting it on the back of my hand like this and then going back to my eyes. And I just couldn't get this thing to blend, and I couldn't get it to work well. On my upper lid, I'd put it on and I'd get my smudge brush and I'd try to smudge it away, and then it would just like completely smudge away. Like it wouldn't smudge out and look smoky like most eyeliners do. It would just be gone. And then it would mess up my eyeshadow, and I was like, oh my god, this eyeliner is a hot mess. So I don't know. I tried to love it. I really did. I used it probably for a week straight and I just couldn't get on board with it. So sadly, that is a miss for me. I didn't love it. But I tried because, you know, Burt's Bees is a good brand. So that was the first miss. And then the second miss for me is this Besame powder. So it's so funny because this is a product that I tried to declutter during one of my declutter series last year. And it had it in my box of all the stuff I was selling on PoshMark. And I looked at it and I was like, you know, I really want to give that a shot. I don't want to sell it. Like, I feel bad. I still have the seal on it. So I pulled it out, put it in my drawer, and then in my last Shop My Stash rotation, I put it in my everyday makeup drawer to kind of like force myself to use it. So I had been trying to use this to set my under eyes. It is a brightening powder, so it's the brightening vanilla powder. It has like a slight yellow tint to it. So I don't know that it would be suitable for like all over your face. Plus it's a really tiny jar. So I can't imagine it's meant for all over your face. But I tried to set my under eyes with it, and every single time I did, I tried it with multiple concealers. So I tried it with the First Aid Beauty concealer, which is my favorite. I tried it with the Fenty concealer. I tried it with the Too Faced concealer. I tried it with the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. And every single one I tried it with, it looked so bad, you guys. It looked really cakey. It settled into my fine lines. It accentuated my fine lines. It made me look older than I do, or that I think I do. And it just looked so bad. And then as it mixed in with my foundation, so as it got farther down on my cheeks and mixed in with my foundation, it started to look very makeup-y, very cakey, very crepey, very thick and very heavy, which is surprising because it looks like it's supposed to be like a really finely milled product. So I don't know, it's a miss for me. I'm kind of sad now because I wish I would have sold it to somebody. I mean, not because I want to sell somebody a bad product, but now I'm like, okay, I used this for 2 weeks and I'm never going to use it again. Maybe somebody else would like it, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to sell a used product. But anyways, sadly, it was a miss for me. Alright guys, so that is the end of my February favorites video. Let me know in the comment section down below what products you loved in the month of February so that I can check them out if I haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love it if you did. And yeah, I will talk to you next time. Bye.